my name's Linda. I'm a UK independent stampin' art demonstrator and I'm making a explosion box today, and this is for the Kre8tors Blog Hop and the theme is Floral. And we're going to be using Good Morning Magnolia, and I have the dies as well. I'm actually going to be using lots of other things as well, but if you look at my blog post below you better see the products I've used. So I'm starting with So Saffron. This is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and we're going to do some scoring. So I'm scoring at 4 inches, and we're going to score at 4 all the way round. I have here a piece of Blushing Bride. It's 6 by 6 inches, and I want to score it just under 1 inch all the way round. So we're scoring. We're not doing any cutting at the moment. I'm going to fold and burnish my lid. And then I'm going to fold and burnish the base of our explosion box. So now I've folded and burnished all of my base of the box, and I've got a blade here and a ruler, and I want to do a little bit of cutting. So on this top layer here, we want to line our ruler up. We just want to cut this top triangle off. So we're taking that one off like that. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So now we've taken these two pieces off of here, and I want to turn it round. So on the opposite side, we're going to do exactly the same. So take these two top triangles off. So this is the shape that we've been left with. And we want to do a little bit of cutting here. So we're going to cut along here, right the way along the score line until we reach this score line. Oh look, I've bent that. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So the opposite side is going to be the same, and we're making little pockets here. So I've cut all of these now, and this is how it's going to look. So we're going to be making these little pockets. And when you're cutting your straight lines, cut your score lines off as well. So you can see I've cut the little score lines off just to neaten that all up. Okay. So I've done a little bit of preparation, and this is some design series paper, and it's called Follow Your Art. And I really like this. Really lovely design. It reminds me like a bit 60s, a bit of a 60s vibe to it. So I've cut 4 squares, and I'm going to stick these down onto the outside of our box. These are like a smidgen under 4 inches. So I've cut those, so there's just a little edge around them. I'm going to stick those down. All of the pieces are stuck to the outside of my box, and I'm going to do some sticking inside as well. So I'm going to put the same pieces on these 3 areas here. So straight down the middle. I've also stuck one of the squares onto the top of our lid. I've not cut that yet. We're going to be doing that later. So that's on the top of there. And I have some pieces here that I'm going to stick down as well. So I've just cut some strips of paper here. And again, they're just under 4 inches wide. And it's just enough so that when you fold your little pockets up, it looks like the paper goes right down to the bottom, even though it doesn't. And then I've got some paper that I've cut that I'm going to put onto these little triangles here, and we're going to decorate those as well. So I'm going to stick those on. So there we go. How pretty is that? And so we're going to now stick these pockets down. And to do that, I'm just going to run some of this tape along the bottom. Now I do normally use Stampin' Up's tear and tape, but I don't have much left, and this one is a little bit thinner as well. So then we need to run a piece of tear and tape, or not really tear and tape, pretend tear and tape, along here and along the bottom of one of your flaps. So on the edge of one of your flaps and on the bottom of one of your flaps. That's stuck to my finger. Oh look, I've bent that again. And you need to make sure that that is not going to be, your sticky is not going to go over that flap there. Can't go on that bit, otherwise you won't be able to get your message in there. And then we're just going to take the backing off. We can close that one up. And then close that one up as well. And then we have our little pocket. I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. And there we go. How cute is that? That's really pretty. And then inside the pockets, I've made these little inserts. Now this is Blushing Bride. I've used one of the stamps from Good Morning Magnolia, so this one. And then after I've stamped it, I've cut it with one of the die, with the die from the Magnolia Memories. And that is going to slot into here. Looks like it might be a bit tall. That one's okay. I'm just going to cut a little tiny bit off of the bottom of that. I've just made that one a little bit too large. And then I'm sticking one of these, this is Whisper White. I've cut out some of these stitched rectangles just to put at the bottom so you can write your own personal message in there. There we go. So I'm going to do some more decoration on the inside. I have the stitched nesting dies, and I have stamped Enjoy Today. Now that is from the Good Morning Magnolia set. And I'm going to position this in the middle here. And I've also cut out a couple of the leaves that I want to put behind. So I'm going to put that in first, hoping to get that in the middle. And then we're going to flip it round. And on the other side I have Happy Birthday. Now the Happy Birthday is from Seaside Notions. So I've used just the sentiment from there. I can't remember if I told you, I've cut the leaves from Bermuda Bay. There we go, how pretty is that? So this is just a very basic box, so we're going to cut up here, do a tiny bit of wedging, turn it round and do that again. And we need to do that all the way round. So turning your lid over and then turning your tabs and putting some glue on them. And then folding it in like this, making sure these two edges are straight, and then holding that until it's dry. And we're going to do that on all 4 tabs. When you've done all 4 corners, just get your bone folder in there and push those down so they're nice and secure. So I haven't finished yet. We're going to do some more decorating. So I've done a tiny bit more decoration on the side there, so it's Happy Birthday and nothing else around the edge. And make sure when you're putting, if you are going to put any written sentiments on the front here, put your lid on so you know how much space you've got. Ask me how I know that. I had my Happy Birthday too high up so you couldn't read it, and then when I put my lid on I thought, oh no. So here I am, ready to make mistakes for you. so you don't make them. So, and there we have our explosion. I've put a couple of floral flourishes inside, as this is a floral theme. So you may be wondering where my floral element is to this explosion box. So if you go to part 2, we are going to decorate our lid, and that is where the floral element is going to come in. So thanks for watching this video. Please just hop along to part 2. It's going to come out at exactly the same time. Bye.